Hey, how's it going? This is Owen, and in today's video, we have something a bit different for you. Instead of talking about a specific mattress or comparing two beds or going over a list of beds, we're gonna go over a step-by-step guide on how you can choose your next mattress online. Online beds have kind of taken over the industry, and while you can still definitely go to a store to find a mattress, it's becoming more and more popular to buy one online. But how can you choose the online mattress that's right for you? There are so many different options out there, so many different brands, and you can't really try out the mattress before you buy it. So how can you choose? That's exactly what we're going to be covering in today's video. And if you're just getting started with your mattress search, we're going to have a lot of resources linked for you down below in the description below the video screen. We're going to have full written reviews, comparisons, best lists, and any discounts we can find will be linked down there as well. We watch these prices like a hawk, and we're really good at helping people save money on their next mattress purchase. Let's start this off by just going over probably the biggest reason why people are buying beds online so much these days, and that is the policy information. This is stuff like shipping, returns, trial periods, and warranties. Now, the vast majority of online beds are going to ship to you at no extra cost in a box. It's pretty remarkable that they managed to fit entire king-size beds in about a 4-foot tall box. And the convenience of this is one of the big reasons people buy beds online. The bed's just gonna show up right to your door, and the unboxing process is really quick and easy to do. You just drag it inside, open it up, and rip off all the plastic and watch it inflate onto your foundation or wherever else you're gonna put the mattress. Now, it might take a day or two for the bed to fully inflate and reach its proper firmness level, and right out of the box, it might even look a little bit misshapen, but this is totally normal. You shouldn't worry about it, especially because all these online beds do come with a trial period. This means that you actually get to try out the bed risk-free in your own home to decide if you really like the mattress. Now, the duration of these trial periods are going to vary. Usually if you buy a bed on Amazon, it might be as low as 30 nights. It might be as high as an entire year or even a year and a half. But more often than not, it's going to be roughly 100 nights. This means that you'll get roughly 3 months to try out the bed at home in your own bedroom with your own bedding to really decide if you like it. If within the mattress brand's trial period you decide you don't like the mattress for whatever reason, you can usually get totally free returns. How it normally works is you just call the company up and they'll set up a removal time, and a local team will come and take the mattress away, and they'll usually get donated to a local charity. Now, some brands will charge a small removal fee, but that's a very small number of brands. Usually it's free. Being able to try out the mattress at home risk-free is probably the biggest reason people are buying beds online so much these days. Instead of going to a store and laying on it for a few minutes and then taking it home, you actually get to sleep on these beds for quite a while. And that's pretty important because no matter how nice your new mattress is, it'll usually take a couple weeks for your body to get used to it. Let's move over to the subject of firmness now, which is going to be one of the most important factors when deciding on a new mattress. You're going to want to find out what your primary sleeping position is, and most people primarily sleep on their back, stomach, or side. A lot of people out there are a combination of all three, but most everyone has a preference. Now, in general, side sleepers want a softer mattress because a softer bed provides pressure relief for the parts of your body that stick out, namely the hips and shoulders. If you've ever been camping before and you've slept on the ground or a thin sleeping pad, you'll normally wake up with hip and shoulder pain if you try and sleep on your side. So side sleepers generally want a softer mattress. Conversely, strict back and stomach sleepers generally want a firmer mattress with a little less give. If you have a soft mattress and you sleep on your back, usually the heavier parts of your body will sink below your torso and your spine won't be in a straight line anymore, and this can cause lower back pain over time. And if you're not entirely sure what sleeping position you prefer, or you sleep in all three equally, you're probably going to find a mattress around a medium. Most people can get by on a medium in any sleeping position, although it might not be ideal for strict side sleepers or back and stomach sleepers. Now, this isn't necessarily a rule. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to sleep, but it is a good thing to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that firmness is pretty subjective based on your weight. If you're a little heavier like me, you might find beds to be a bit softer overall. And if you're much lighter than me, you might find beds to be a bit firmer. We try and rate all the beds we test for the average size sleeper. Another thing you're going to want to consider is, do you want a hybrid mattress or not? Beds are usually split into two categories, either all foam beds or hybrid beds. Hybrid beds feature coils for support, and this will make your mattress a bit bouncier, which some people really like. But more importantly, they're going to provide a bit more support and long-term durability, especially if you're heavier. We pretty much always recommend people in the 250-pound range get a mattress with coils. All foam beds are totally fine for medium to petite sized people, and they're going to have a bit less bounce, and they're typically going to be a bit better at isolating motion, which is important for couples. Having good motion isolation means that if your partner tosses and turns regularly or they get up in the middle of the night, that motion isn't going to transfer through the mattress and it will be less likely to disturb your sleep. Now, modern coil beds do pretty well in terms of motion isolation in comparison to their older innerspring counterparts, but all foam beds are just generally better. Hybrid beds are also generally a bit more expensive than all foam beds. And this is a good time to talk about pricing for online beds. This is another reason why beds online are pretty popular. They're generally a bit more affordable. And we put beds in about 4 different pricing categories. We have the ultra budget tier, which is anything around $500 or less for a queen size, which are normally beds you find on Amazon. These are beds like Lucid, Linen Spa, Amazon Basics, and other brands you can buy directly from like Dream Foam. We'll try and link all the beds I'm talking about down below in the description if you want to learn more about them. Then you have the budget bed in a box tier. These are going to be beds like the original Tuft & Needle mattress, the Casper Element, and the Lisa Studio. These beds are usually priced somewhere between $500 and $800 for a queen. And then you have more of the average cost bed in a box, which are anywhere from $800 to $1,200. And this is where the majority of online beds are priced. You have brands like Casper, Purple, Lisa, Brooklyn Bedding, Layla, and Nectar in here. If you have a budget around $1,000, you're gonna find a lot of really good options. And then you have the more premium mattress tier, which is anything above $1,200. And you have some great beds in there like Wink Bed, Sattva, Purple Hybrid Premier, Avocado, Tempur-Pedic, and even Beauty Rest. So as you can probably tell, pricing for online beds can vary pretty greatly. Although I think no matter what your budget is, you'll be able to find a pretty good mattress option for you and your sleeping preferences. We have best lists that divide these beds into their different pricing categories, and we'll try and link those down below in the description if you want to check them out. So once you've done all that stuff, you've figured out your budget, you've figured out your primary sleeping position and what kind of firmness you want, and whether you're looking for an all foam or a hybrid mattress, now you're going to want to figure out your preference on how the mattress actually feels, and there's a pretty big variety here. One of the most popular types of feel is a memory foam feel, and you're going to have a lot of different options to choose from. Memory foam beds have a pretty distinctive feel. They'll usually feel pretty firm at first when you lay down on it, but then the foams will start to soften up underneath you and you'll sink into it a bit, and it will conform to your body's shape. There are a lot of sleepers out there who are specifically looking for a memory foam feel. People like it because it can feel kind of safe and secure, and it can help deter you from tossing and turning, which might lead to more restful sleep. Others, like myself, don't really like memory foam because you can feel almost stuck in the mattress. Some popular memory foam beds out there are Nectar, you've got Tempur-Pedic, and Layla and Bear. Just a lot of great options. Another type of feel you can find in an online mattress is a very responsive feeling bed, which is almost the opposite of memory foam. These sort of beds are really bouncy and you don't really sink into them at all, although you will still get plenty of cushioning and comfort. We think these beds are great for combination sleepers because you don't really sink into it and you won't encounter any resistance if you try and switch sleeping positions. A lot of latex foam beds have these responsive feels, as well as all the purple beds, although purple beds are especially unique. And then we have the last big bucket when it comes to mattress feels, and this is probably the biggest one, and these are just beds that have soft, neutral feels. And when we say soft and neutral, it basically means that it doesn't have a distinctive feel like a memory foam or a responsive foam. And these beds just aim to be generally comfortable to most people. Beds like Lisa, Casper, Brooklyn Bedding Signature, and Tuft & Needle fall into this category. Most of these beds just feel like soft, comfy foam, and they might not feel exactly like what you're looking for, but they're just designed to appeal to the vast majority of sleepers out there, and they all do that pretty well. Now, there's gonna be a lot of nuance with how these beds feel. No two beds feel the exact same, and there's gonna be a lot of differences even within those big categories. But if you can narrow down what sort of general feel you're looking for, memory foam, responsive, or just neutral, it can really help narrow down that mattress search. So those are the biggest factors you're gonna wanna be considering when you're shopping for a mattress online, although I do wanna mention a few X factors that might be pretty important to you. One big one you're gonna hear a lot about when shopping for an online mattress is temperature regulation. Honestly, we think this issue is a bit overblown. Pretty much every mattress brand talks about their cooling technology, and it usually doesn't amount to a whole lot. Usually, if you are sleeping hot, it doesn't have that much to do with your mattress, it has to do with other factors. But with all that being said, if you are an especially hot sleeper, there are plenty of options out there that will help cool you down. Beds like Coon Chill, Brooklyn Bedding Aurora, and even the Purple mattress are great for hot sleepers. Some beds out there are gonna have washable covers, others are gonna have some smart tech built in, but But the main things you need to be focused on are your budget, your body type, your preferred sleeping position, and your preference on feel. And that's gonna pretty much wrap up today's video. I know I covered a lot of stuff, but shopping for a mattress online can be a pretty difficult process. There are so many different factors to consider and so many options to choose from, but I hope this video shed some light on the process and helped you begin your mattress search. And if you are just starting your mattress search, there's gonna be a lot of information linked for you down below in the description. Reviews of pretty much every brand you've ever heard of, comparisons between those brands, best lists, and any discounts we can find on pretty much any online bed are gonna be linked for you down there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.